We've been out shooting the Traditions Kentucky rifle, and I'm going to clean it out. And today I'm trying out the Yoke muzzleloader flush cleaning kit. It attaches to the nipple on these Kentucky rifles, has a little bit of tubing, and should be able to flush it with very little fuss and muss, since you don't disassemble these rifles like you do the Hawken rifles. So we'll try this Yoke and we'll see how it works. I've already got the nipple removed, and we'll install this here Yoke, see how it goes. We just got that finger tight, nice and snug. There's the flush tubing. We'll find the scrub-a-dub-dub bucket and see how she goes from there. Well, first thing I noticed about this flush out kit is this tubing ain't long enough. By God, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that in my life. Good grief, Yoke, that ain't enough. It ain't gonna reach into the flush bucket and let you do the chore. But like any good mountain man, I had some extra tubing laying around, and I think I've solved the problem. You can see I got enough tubing to get down into that flush bucket. This other deal, look at that. I would deduct one of the 5 stars on a review for that Yoke. I like most Yoke's products, but I will tell you that is kind of shortchanging the feller on that. All right, let's get us a patch started down the end of this Kentucky rifle. See how she sucks it up. Seems to be drawing the water in all right. We are getting a little leakage. Well, I hope you can see that. The Yoke was working pretty good, sucking the water out of the bucket once we added the longer tube. There was a little blow by on this brass fitting at the nipple, so we got a little bit of splash of water out of that. I'd like to see that seal up a little better, but overall it seemed to work pretty good. Now that I've flushed the water through her, I'm gonna wipe it down, and we'll run a couple patches down there and see just how clean that bore is. As first patch I'm going to run down is been all soaked down with rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, you may ask, why that? Well, I'll tell you, that helps the water dry faster. Any moisture it's in, it'll dry out faster. That's the first patch. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And I'll still run a little ballistol and whatnot down there. Looks like we got most of the fouling out of there. There, that looks a lot better. Look at that. Pretty clean. So after I've run the alcohol down there, I'll run a couple patches with ballistol on it to displace any moisture and prevent any rust. And then I'll wipe the whole gun down with that. We'll be in business. Overall, I think the Yoke muzzleloader flush system worked pretty good. No fuss, no muss. Like I said, I maybe cinch this down a little tighter, or maybe put a little Teflon thread or Teflon tape around the threads to keep it from squirting out. It wasn't a lot of squirting, but it was enough to get my rifle wet, and I didn't care for that. And like I said, I had to add my own tubing because the Yoke didn't include enough tubing with it to get the job done. Gotta have a long tube to get the job done. Anyway, I like this product. I would recommend it with a few little caveats, but I'm gonna get back to cleaning this here rifle, get the old Kentucky shined up pretty and ready to go for the next time at the range. Till next time, pard, happy trails.